Okay guys, let's go over the patch early access hotfix 58. Let's see what it brought us. Fixed an issue where characters existing on page 2. Okay, so this is just like basically better management of your characters, which is good, I guess. Fixed an issue where casting a spell could sometimes cancel as if hitting a wall. As if hitting a wall, okay. I mean, that's a good bug fix. Magic potions would not drop in dungeons. That's also nice. The price will go down on these. Roast Wyvern could repeat certain patterns, whatever. Frost Wyvern's tail splash wouldn't. Pattern would sometimes not hit the player. It's also whatever, like it's just some bug fixes for the bosses. Holes in the environment so rats can fall. Okay, whatever. Minor exchange, whatever. Okay, let's go here. Balance. Fighter's perfect block cooldown went down. Fighter's shield slam down cooldown went down. I mean, sure, Fighter Shield Slam can now be used while blocking. I mean, it's a good thing they're trying to bring in better abilities to be used, because Fighter's only running Sprint and Second Wind, so sure, why not? Rogue Ambush physical damage bonus changed from 50 to 25%. This is a good change. Rogues will not burst you down that quickly. Double jump move speed penalty has been changed from 18 to 10. I don't think it matters that much, but let's see, maybe people will start playing it again. Hide Mastery multiplier changed from 3 to 1.5. I think it's also nerfed to rogue's damage, so that's a good thing. Jokester range is whatever. Stealth no longer reveals the silhouette when moving. I guess rogues cried too much. I don't think this was an issue, especially you still couldn't see the rogue good enough, unless he was like in bright light. But yeah, it doesn't really change a lot. Ranger chase changed and got increased. Questionable. I don't see really a reasoning for this. Backstep now has 2 chargers, also questionable. I mean, Rangers are in a very good spot for souls specifically. I don't know where they get buffs, but okay, whatever. Wizard Quick Chant spellcasting speed bonus change from 10% to 20%. This is insane. Like, this buff is huge. 10% spellcasting bonus. That is crazy good. Chain Lightning will deal more damage to the 4th target. Doesn't matter that much. Fireball splash damage increased. This is a huge buff. And magic missiles damage increased by 1. It's also a huge buff. Like, Wizard is getting a shit ton of buffs this patch. That's crazy. The aura and the range doesn't matter that much. Flow of Corruption does a little bit more damage. Good. Warlock Rife Drain duration increased, base damage increased, and the attribute scaling went down. I mean, this change basically means that you can run Hydra Life Drain pretty much on every build without really needing the magic power. It's okay, I guess. Ranges increase for druids on different spells, that's whatever. Panther. Okay, so they're bringing back the movement speed slow on Panther now. They want Panther Druid to be playable again. Not sure if it's the right move, but let's see how it will play out. I mean, Druids have a rough time right now, so why not? Humming Sword damage slightly increased. Questionable, to be fair, questionable. I don't see a reason for this, but okay. Aega's magic reflection time changed from 3 to 8, and the cooldown changed from 20 to 12. So they just buffing a named unique wouldn't matter for the majority of players anyways. Castilian Dagger got a buff. Now it deals... Wait, it's a nerf, never mind. Castilian Dagger got a nerf. Not quite see why. Castilian Dagger wasn't played that much anyways. But Stiletto Dagger got a nerf. So Rogue got hit a lot in their damage abilities. Like, Rogues have way less damage now. They do have a little bit more mobility and utility, but the damage is decreased by a lot. That is generally good, I would say. Improved the animation of shields and crystal sword, whatever. Pavis move speed is whatever. Shield slam animation is a little bit faster. I mean, I guess it's good that they're trying to force Fighter playing with a shield, but Fighter is so strong right now already. Like, Fighter is OP currently. I don't really see a reason for making it even stronger without nerfing anything, but sure. Rapier's collision sockets have been changed to be slightly tighter. Not quite sure what this means, but Rapier isn't really a weapon that matters a lot anyways. Healing potions of all rarities have their healing amount increased from 15 to 20. This is huge. It's even more buff for Barbarian with Potion Chugger. But this buff is actually pretty insane. Like it will definitely speed up the healing and maybe speed like it nerfs third partying. This is a good change because it nerfs third partying. People will not like attack you while you're still healing. The healing is faster on bandages as well. Bandage usage time going down. I mean, this is a nerf third party. This is great. This is good. Search kit usage time changed. Uh, I mean, there are no unique or legendary search kits available in the game, so 5 and 3 seconds is like just a lie. For the purple ones, it went from 16 seconds to 7 though. This is insane. Like, even blue ones. Like, all the search kits are so much faster. This is insane. I mean, this might be a little bit too much, because people might just close the door on you and just fucking use the search kit mid-combat with enough action speed. 7 seconds might be a little bit too low, but let's see how it goes. Campfire installation time went from 15 to 10. Decent. Additional of new event currency, the silver skull token and the gold skull token for an upcoming event. I mean, events are always great. I'm not quite sure what these tokens will be used for, but it's a great change. Improve the feel of moving and equipping items in inventory, sure. Add new experimental high roller restrictions to address the amount of solo red crow. I'm not quite sure what crow means. I mean, maybe crouching rogue players or something. In the High Roller dungeon, High Roller adventurers must have a minimum gear score of 225, and the size of the party must match the solo duo trio queue size. I mean, the solo duo trio queue size, great, nice change. The minimum gear score of 225, questionable. I don't quite see the reasoning behind it. So many people are going naked into High Roller just to get gear and items. But yeah, sure. High Roller End has been removed, so you don't have to pay gold anymore, I suppose. We may adjust these settings based on the data and feedback. It's kind of a risky and interesting move. Not quite sure. Like, they obviously want to nerf the red players with this, but I doubt it's that big of an issue, to be fair. But they are nerfing red and they're nerfing third party. That's a good step. Good step. Not quite sure these are the right things to do to high roller, but the steps, the idea in general is great. Okay. Allied players' skills will no longer take an extended time to loot initially. Allied player kills. Ah, okay, so if your teammate kills somebody, you can loot them faster, what? What is this? Allied player kills will no longer take an extended time to loot initially. Or is it like your teammates will not take longer time? But okay, I don't quite understand this change. The time it takes to interact with an enemy corpse not killed by you or your allies changed from 7 seconds to 12. Okay, it's also like a red nerf, whatever. Still questionable, like overall I think the loot time is too high right now, but doesn't really matter. Slightly quality of life improvements when accessing the Squire. Good, I guess. Improvements to multiple visual and sound effects. Improvements to multiple visual and sound effects and audio bugs. Improvements to bugs? I mean, I guess it's meant that they're fixing bugs, I suppose, at least, I hope. In-game quest log now operates dynamically while in the dungeon. Good change, good change. Like, nice. Addition of new skins, emotes, and cosmetic rewards. We'll gotta check them out as well. Well, guys, this was the patch. My thoughts on it. Druid is getting a little bit of love. That you will see a lot more Panther Druids now running again around again. Rogue's got damage nerf, but also has a little bit more utility now, which is okay. I'm not sure why Ranger got a buff. These obviously aren't really the skills and the perks that Ranger use the most, but Rangers, it is a currently it's a bow meta. Like buffing Ranger seems questionable to me, same as buffing Fighter. I would definitely expect some Fighter nerfs this patch instead of buffs, but let's see what it'll end up with. The Wizard buffs, they look good on paper. They might be a little bit too much though, especially like the Magic Missile one. Like this one additional damage, that will scale with so much gear, that might be too much. And also like 10% casting speed is insane as well. Like Wizard is getting a lot of buffs this patch. We'll see way more casting wizards, I suppose. No more bonk wizards. Everything else, I mean the rogue damage nerfs had to be there for a long time already. That's good. You don't really get one-shotted without any counterplay. The healing Healing speed buffs are nice to not get third partied. Overall, I think the main idea of this patch is good. The one thing that is worrying me are the wizard buffs. They might be a little bit too much. And the one thing that I'm missing are the fighter nerfs. Fighters are way too strong. And I would love to see some nerfs to like the weapon mastery perk, or like nerf bows in general, because rogues, bards, and fighters are all performing pretty decent right now in solos. But yeah, that was hotfix 58. Let's see how it will play in the dungeon.